Hello and welcome back. In the previous video, we explained the Summary tab and how to analyze the final cost, selling price, and profit of the quotation. In this video, we will explain the Toolbar Options in the Quotation Module and how each function is used in the workflow. All Toolbar options are located at the bottom of the quotation screen. Let's go through them one by one. Starting with New. The New button is used to create a new quotation. Once clicked, the system opens a blank quotation form where you can start entering new data. Next is Save. The Save button stores all changes made to the current quotation. Always make sure to save your work after any modification. Next is Delete. The Delete button permanently removes the selected quotation. This action cannot be undone, so it should be used carefully. Next is Advanced Search. The Advanced Search button opens a detailed search window. From here, you can filter quotations using multiple criteria such as group name, agent, number of days and nights, dates, username, and issue date, and more. You can also export the results to Excel for reporting purposes. Next, we have the proposal options. So let's go through them in detail and understand what each section controls in the final quotation document. Cover page. The cover page option displays the cover page that is predefined in the default section. The system will automatically select the correct cover page based on the language chosen in the document configuration section of the quotation. The Map option generates a visual route map based on the quotation. It displays the cities included in the routes, the distance between each city, the estimated travel time between them. This helps present the itinerary in a clear and visual way for the client. The Full Program section displays the full itinerary built inside the quotation. Within this section, you can control multiple elements. Route description, with/without pictures, controls whether route descriptions appear with images or text only. Include Extras description, shows extra service descriptions under the route. This works only if the Show Description option is enabled in the Extras tab. Show KM. Displays the route distance. This value is taken from the routes page in the kilometer field. Overnight City. Shows the overnight city defined in the Routes General tab. Meals. Displays meals coming from hotels and restaurants under each route. Bus service. Shows the transportation service assigned in the Transportation tab. Guide name. Displays the assigned guide under each day. Page break. Forces the next section to start on a new page. For example, if enabled before Meals table, the program will end on one page, and Meals will start on the next page in the documents, such as when print or export as Word, PDF, etc. Meals display. This section controls how meals are presented. Meals table. Shows or hides the full meals table. Meal name. Displays meal type, breakfast, lunch, dinner, etc. This allows you to simplify or detail how meals are presented in the proposal. Hotel options. This section displays all hotel options defined in the quotation. It includes hotel name, city, category, room type, and meal plan. Additional controls. Hide or similar. Removes the phrase or similar from hotel names. Print nights day by day. Shows hotel stays per day instead of grouped format. Show hotel default notes. Displays predefined hotel notes from the default section. Adult proposal. The adult proposal section displays the total selling price per group category. It includes each category and its free packs policy and its final selling rate, and each category single supplement. You can also break down pricing using the supplements options. For example, if you select extras and entrance fees, the system will deduct these values from the total. Display them separately under the proposal. This allows you to present either bundled pricing or detailed pricing depending on the client requirement. Children and optional pricing. This section controls children pricing and optional services. Children proposal displays child for both age ranges, rates based on with bed, that includes their cost, restaurants, entrance fees, and extra services with accommodation cost. Without bed is the same but excludes accommodation cost. These values are pulled from hotel contracts. Optional services displays optional services from restaurants and extras tabs, including their pricing logic and rates. Rates include/exclude. Shows inclusions and exclusions defined in the Inclusions tab based on the chosen language in the Document Configuration section. Terms and conditions. Displays the quotation notes and legal terms defined in the Terms tab based on the chosen language in the Document Configuration section. Visibility. Proposal information. This section controls visibility of certain elements in the proposal. Examples include hiding transportation details, which will hide the type of vehicle in the Adults Proposal section. Hiding single supplement, which will hide the single supplement is the Adults Proposal section. Showing supplier logo, which will show the agent logo in the proposal's header. This allows you to customize how much operational detail is exposed to the client. Document configuration. This section controls the final output format of the proposal. Currency. You can change the proposal currency without affecting the quotation itself. Example: convert from USD to EUR for presentation. Then when you check on the preview, the system will change the rates from US dollars to euro without affecting the quotation itself. Exchange rate. Automatically applied based on the quotation currency. Language changes the entire proposal language. This depends on system dictionary setup, availability of translated content in the quotation. For example, we can change the language from English into Spanish, and based on the dictionary defined in the system and the translated description of the roots, extras, inclusions, and terms and conditions, you will see that all of the proposal's language has changed into the selected language. Layout controls how routes are displayed. Layout 1 uses default root images, as we can see in the quotation. The routes images are the ones that have been uploaded on the general page of the route, while Layout 2 uses the images from the Images section. Theme applies different visual styles to the proposal. Mark all and unmark all. Mark All selects all proposal options, and Unmark All clears all selections. These are useful for quickly configuring the proposal layout. Final note: the proposal layouts and themes are predefined system templates, allowing you to generate consistent and professional documents with minimal effort. This completes the full explanation of the proposal configuration and layout options. You now have full control over how your quotation is presented to the client. Next is duplicate. The duplicate button creates a full copy of the current quotation. This is useful when you want to create a similar quotation with small adjustments instead of starting from scratch. Convert. The Convert button converts the quotation into a service, carrying all its details and rates, and it can be reused in other quotations. It is more useful when preparing for a combined country packages. Convert to Q2. This option converts the quotation into the newer Quotation Module version. Once confirmed, the system will transfer all data to the updated structure, as we will explain the new model details in the future videos. Recalculate. The Recalculate button recalculates all costs in the quotation. This is based on updated contracts, selected dates, any pricing changes. It ensures that all values are accurate and up to date. Check zeros. The check zeros function scans the quotation for any missing or zero cost values. A pop-up will show all zero fields, and clicking on any item will take you directly to it. This helps prevent pricing mistakes before sending the quotation. Next, we have the Defaults option. The Defaults button is used to import predefined data into the quotation, such as the program structure, transportation plan, inclusions, notes, and other related services. To use it, simply click on the Defaults button from the toolbar, and an import window will appear. On the left-hand side, we can control what we want to import from the selected program. We can choose to import restaurant days, restaurant defaults, entrance fees, extras, optional services. Each of these options corresponds to data that was originally configured in the routes and defaults setup. For example, if we enable restaurant defaults, the system will import the restaurants assigned to each route. If we enable entrance fees, it will import all entrances in the routes also. The same applies for extras and optional services. On the right-hand side, we define the source of the data. Here we select the program, the transportation plan, the inclusions, the notes, or terms and conditions. Now let's take a quick example to understand how this works. Assume we create a new quotation, enter the group name, assign the dates for 4 days and 3 nights, and click Save. Then we click on Defaults. From the right-hand side, we select the program Jordan Adventure 4 days/3 nights, the transportation plan, default FITs and groups, the inclusions, default in English, and the notes, terms and conditions, English. From the left-hand side, we mark restaurant defaults, entrance fees, extras, and optional services. Then click Import. The system will immediately generate a full quotation structure, including the program, transportation, restaurants, entrances, extras, and all related data with their predefined rates. All you have to do is to enter the hotel options and their rate. This allows you to build a complete quotation in seconds, instead of entering everything manually. Now we will move to the Post option. The main purpose of this option is to convert the quotation into a reservation file. To access it, simply click on the Post button from the toolbar. Once clicked, a pop-up window will appear, and here we will define how the quotation will be transferred into the reservation system. We start with the Posting Information section. Here, all the data from the General tab is displayed. You can adjust it if needed before posting. For example, we can update the group name to follow our company naming convention, such as Global, Maxis, May 2026, or we can simply leave it as is. Next, we move to the rooming and free pack setup, along with the rooming options and rooming configuration. These sections work together to define the exact scenario we want to post. Let's assume that the final confirmed group is 22 guests in 4-star hotels. To apply this correctly, we select the group category that includes this number, which is 20 to 24 guests. Once selected, we move to the rooming options and set the exact PAX number to 22, and choose the hotel option as 4-star. At this point, the system will calculate the exact selling based on this selection. Then we define the rooming configuration. For example, we can set 2 single rooms, 6 double rooms, 2 twin rooms, and 2 triple rooms. This configuration will be applied across all hotels in the reservation file automatically. Next, we move to the Posting Rules section. Here, we control how certain services behave during posting. For example, if we enable Exclude First Day/Transfer or Exclude Last Day/Transfer, the system will treat those days as transfers and exclude their cost from transportation service booking dates. We also have the Don't Post Zero Cost option, which prevents any zero-value services from being posted. Now we move to the Cost Posting options. Here, we decide how financial values are transferred into accounting. If we enable Post Estimated Cost, the system will post the costs into the Estimated Cost field. If we enable Post Actual Cost, it will post them into the Actual Cost field. The Post Selling option will transfer the selling price, which is important for profit and loss reporting. And finally, Post in Local Currency will convert all values into the system's local currency when posting to the reservation file. However, it will not affect the quotation rates or currency. Next is the Service Status section. Here, we define the status of all services in the reservation file. For example, instead of confirmed, we can set all services to requested depending on the operational workflow. Then we have the additional options. First, we have Post Invoice option. The available options are Pro Forma Invoice, Invoice, and Credit Note. In our case, we will select Pro Forma Invoice. So once the file is posted, the system will automatically generate a pro forma invoice ready for review, editing, and sending to the client. We also have Post Route Description, which allows us to include or exclude the route descriptions in the reservation itinerary. Before finalizing, we can also control the optional services. By clicking on Post Optional, the system will display all optional services in the quotation. From there, we can decide which services should be posted and which should be ignored. Finally, after reviewing all settings, we simply click Post. The system will create the reservation file with all the configurations we defined, including services, costs, and accounting details. You can also track this posting, as the reservation file will include the quotation reference in the quotation number field. Also, from the quotation itself, we can track all posted files. If we open the Posted tab, we will see a list of all reservation files generated from this quotation. In this list, the system shows key information such as the file number, group name, agent name, the number of passengers, the arrival and departure dates, as well as who created the file and when it was issued. This gives full visibility and control over all files created from the quotation. And this completes the Post option. Next is the Map button, generates a visual map of the itinerary. It uses the routes defined in the Program tab and displays the full journey geographically. This helps both internal teams and clients understand the trip flow. Attachments. The Attachments button allows you to upload files related to the quotation. Examples include client documents, supplier confirmations, supporting PDFs or images. All attachments remain linked to the quotation and are available after posting. Refresh. The Refresh button reloads the quotation screen. This is useful if changes were made and you want to ensure the latest data is displayed. This completes the explanation of the Toolbar Options in the Quotation Module. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.